Hey there everyone, and welcome to Bill's Retro Gaming Show. Well, it's the beginning of July, and something amazing has actually happened. That's right, Arcade1up have announced a new cab coming out. Well, I say new, but not really. We'll get into all of that right after this. Alright everyone, thank you so much for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscription button. Click the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put up a new video. Give this one a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you want to be part of the conversation. So it looks like Arcade1up's latest cab has finally gotten announced. Let's check out this little sizzle reel that they posted to YouTube. And here you go, this is the latest sizzle reel from Arcade1up, and as you can see, the big announcement is yet another version of NBA Jam, this time in the deluxe format, but I will go over all of it right now. So yeah, surprise, the next big release is NBA Jam. So if you're keeping score, that is 3 cabs so far this year. The first being a somewhat collaboration cab re-release of MVC2 with X-Men 97 animation art all over it. A sports title in Golden Tee, and now a second sports title in NBA Jam. This one being slightly different from the versions that they've released in the past. Let's get more details on it. Alright, so here we are first off on the Arcade1up website, and here is their big announcement of NBA Jam Deluxe 2-player edition. That's right, not only is this a deluxe version of this cab, something that I don't think we've seen before, but they've foregone the 4-player controls in favor of just a 2-player edition. Now I know that this is something that a lot of people actually wanted them to do, was to take some of their 4-player cabs and turn them into 2 players to get rid of that larger 4-player deck that makes it harder to fit these in with some of your other Arcade1ups. Those 4-player decks do tend to take up more space, obviously, than the 2-player, and they're still not really big enough for 4 people to comfortably play the game anyway. So it's nice to see them actually do something like that, even if this is just yet another re-release rehash. Now, before I get too much into it, I do want to say a couple of things. First off, what the hell is going on down here? It looks like we're back to ads again on the Arcade1up website. Now, again, this is not as egregious as it was a week or so ago, where they had giant banner ads taking up half the screen, and luckily you can get rid of them if you want, but it is a little interesting to see these ads come back. Now, I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing for them to do, but it is just kind of interesting that we're seeing the return of that. Now, the second thing that I want to mention here is that when I went into the Arcade1up website, there was a big banner ad announcing NBA Jam on their front page. The only thing I could do was press on it to get into Amazon, and I'll show you that in just a little bit, to pre-order it. I couldn't get directly to this NBA Jam machine. As a matter of fact, if I go to the coming soon section, it's not even listed here. I had to go up and search for it, like so, in order to find it. So I'm assuming they just haven't gotten everything set up on the website just yet to have this be easily accessible for you to get the information. But I don't know, whoever is, doing their website right now really isn't doing that good of a job in terms of things like this. But let's get into a little detail and talk about what this machine is going to have. So looking at the product details, we've got the usual stuff from Arcade1up. Step onto the court and experience the ultimate slam dunk of nostalgia with the Arcade1up NBA Jam 2-player deluxe arcade machine. Prepare for an adrenaline-fueled journey through hoops history as you relive the glory days of arcade gaming. With NBA Jam Tournament Edition, and NBA Jam Hang Time, all packed into one sleek cabinet, the action never stops. And so on and so forth. Of course, they list some of the features of this that I'll get into in just a second. Not going to read the rest of this. you could see it for yourself. So looking at the features on this cab, again, it's a lot of what we've come to expect from these deluxe editions from Arcade1up. Of course, it's got the same 3 games that we've seen in all of the versions of NBA Jam. Nothing new here. NBA Jam Tournament Edition, and NBA Jam Hang Time. Again, same 3 games as always. Now this will have Wi-Fi online multiplayer, global leaderboards, you get your cabinet design, blah, 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 2-player control panel. So again, they've done away with the 4-player control panel on this particular version and gone to just 2 players. I know my buddy Danny the Cornercade is going to be very excited to get this one added to his arcade because he's not a big fan of those 4-player control decks. As a matter of fact, he's modded several of his 4-player machines to bring them down to 2-player. So seeing one already made for 2-player is going to make him very happy. But let's move on. Of course, you've got your light-up marquee, you've got your molded coin door, dual speakers, a 17-inch BOE monitor. So again, that decent monitor on it, and your games, blah, blah, blah. You can see all of the dimensions here, so on and so forth. Now, one thing that I find interesting is this little bit here on the bottom. I'm wondering if they've added that to make some of these a little more stable, because the deluxes, while I like them, I own a couple of them, they can get a little bit wobbly when the action gets intense. Especially, I have Street Fighter, I have Mortal Kombat. You start really playing those fighting games and the cabinet can move around a little bit. Hopefully this is some added stability. If nothing else, it's an area you can put your foot down on to keep it stable while you're playing. But I actually think that that's probably a good addition to these, and something that I hope all of their deluxes continue to have. Looking a little closer at the pictures, again, no big surprises here. It's got the nice NBA Jam art on it. It's got the screw caps on it, which is nice. You can see the 2-player control deck here, the coin door, all that kind of good stuff. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on pictures because you've all seen an NBA Jam before. You all know what it looks like, but I did want to focus in really quick on the 2-player control pad here. You can see, again, they've done away with the 4 players. They've got the 2 players on here. It's a nice setup. Interestingly enough, it looks like they've got screw caps on here too. I don't know if that's something new or not with these. I'm guessing this must have a deck protector on it and not be one of those non-deck protector ones, just from the looks of it, but it's a little hard to tell. Other than that, it's pretty simple and straightforward control panel. So as I mentioned, Arcade1up's banner ad doesn't take you to the NBA Jam listing on their own website, but it does direct you here to Amazon, where you can pre-order this. Now, this is actually available from Amazon and Best Buy for pre-order, and it's going to be the typical $4.99 price that we've seen for the deluxe cabs. So at least that's good that it's sticking to that price point, which I think is a pretty good price point for the deluxes. Again, if this is something that you're interested in, a lot of people have already had NBA Jam before, so here we are, yet another re-release. But maybe the fact that this is a 2-player version instead of the 4-player version will make some people jump on it to get rid of that 4-player design and have this fit a little bit better into your arcade. Now, the only other thing that I want to mention here is this, and it says that as of right now, this is scheduled for release on August 8th, so we're about a month away from this being delivered. If I ordered this today, I'd have it by the 12th. I don't plan on it, not at this point right now, but just so you guys know, it looks like this is about a month away from actual release. So there you go, that's the latest announcement from Arcade1up, the 2-player deluxe version of NBA Jam. I know for a lot of us, this is not the big announcement we were waiting for. We're all hoping for something brand new from them, but it's nice to see them actually announce something else, considering we've only gotten 2 other cabs so far this year. Well, we're a couple of weeks away from EVO, and there's been a lot of talk and speculation that they might have a presence there and they might announce something new. We'll just have to wait and see. Again, I'm not holding out hope for it, but it would be nice. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you interested in NBA Jam, especially being in a 2-player deluxe version? Is this a pass for you because you already got NBA Jam, or you've seen it way too much and you're just waiting for something anything in a new IP from Arcade1up. And let me know your thoughts below. That's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me one of those likes, give me a thumbs up, leave me those comments below. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do that as well. As I keep saying, it is summer, it is getting warmer out, which means stay inside, crank your AC, and play your arcade games. That's all for now. Happy gaming, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.